Think Florida's real estate market is invincible? Think again. Beneath its sunny beaches and beautiful homes, some cities are heading straight for a housing crash in 2025. Prices are dropping, insurance costs are soaring, and inventories are piling up. Could your dream home turn into a financial nightmare? Stick around as we break down the 10 Florida cities where the housing market is about to crack wide open. This isn't just a dip, it's a full-on shakeup. Get ready to discover which markets could flip Florida's real estate upside down. 1. Fort Lauderdale, the dream turning into a nightmare. Fort Lauderdale, once a dream beachside city, is now flashing red warning signs. If you thought this paradise was immune to housing crashes, think again. In 2025, Fort Lauderdale is facing an explosive inventory surge with a whopping 80% increase in homes on the market. What was once a bidding war is now a stale market, where homes that sold for $650 in 2023 are now struggling to get offers at $580. But the real twist? Skyrocketing insurance premiums have added an extra burden, with many homeowners now paying upwards of $7 per year, along with rising WA fees and a decline in demand from investors. This once glamorous beach town is showing signs of a major downturn. And this is just the beginning. Next up, let's look at Cape Coral, where its canal-side charm can't save the market from sinking. 2. Cape Coral, a waterfront wonderland turning into a sinking ship. Cape Coral, known for its stunning canals and waterfront properties, is experiencing one of the biggest slowdowns in Florida. Once a booming relocation hotspot, Cape Coral now finds itself overbuilt and underdemanded. Home prices skyrocketed by over 60% during the pandemic boom, but by 2025, prices have dropped by 5 to 7%, with homes sitting on the market for over 70 days. The surge in new construction is overwhelming the market, and insurance costs are pushing buyers away. Homeowners near the Gulf face skyrocketing insurance premiums up to $12 annually. To make matters worse, new utility fees have added up to $30 in assessments, pricing out many potential buyers. But the problem doesn't stop there. Let's move on to Ocala, where even the beautiful pastures can't shield it from a housing crisis. 3. Ocala, when green pastures turn into real estate purgatory. Ocala, known as Florida's horse capital, is heading for a housing slowdown in 2025. While its charming downtown and peaceful pastures may seem immune to market fluctuations, Ocala is struggling with an explosive rise in listings. Active homes for sale have skyrocketed by 275% in just 2 years. And with the supply far outweighing demand, prices are plummeting. Developers overestimated demand, and entire subdivisions now resemble ghost towns. Plus, rising insurance premiums, combined with a high ratio of home prices to local wages, are making it unaffordable for locals. As a result, the city's real estate market is starting to wobble under the weight of oversupply and lack of affordability. Next, let's take a closer look at Tampa, where the market that was once thriving is now cooling off. 4. Tampa, from real estate darling to market reality check. Tampa was one of Florida's hottest real estate markets until recently. In 2025, the city is facing a sharp reality check. Inventory has surged by 80%, and the construction boom of new condos and subdivisions is starting to collide with rising mortgage rates. What was once a hotbed of real estate activity has now become a market struggling to keep up with rising costs and a cooling demand. Add in the fact that many investors are panic selling, and the numbers start to tell a very different story. Buyers who could once easily afford Tampa's homes are now priced out due to rising mortgage payments. And the market is adjusting in a big way. What about Jacksonville? Let's see why Florida's largest city by area is facing serious real estate challenges. 5. Jacksonville, the shaky real estate foundation. Jacksonville, Florida's largest city, is experiencing a market slowdown as rising home inventories and declining demand are shaking the foundation of its real estate. despite its status as a bustling port city with access to the coast. Jacksonville's housing inventory has ballooned to nearly 4,000 homes in 2025. That's up from just 2,200 homes in early 2023. And it's creating major competition among sellers. The job losses in Jacksonville's logistics and shipping sectors have led to fewer qualified buyers. While skyrocketing insurance premiums are forcing homeowners to make tough decisions, combined with overpricing and a lack of affordable housing, Jacksonville is facing a real estate correction that could reshape the city in 2025. But don't worry, Sarasota's market will give us another reason to be cautious about Florida's real estate landscape. 6. Sarasota, the luxury market that's losing its luster. Sarasota, once known for its luxury homes and art scene, is now witnessing the aftershock of an overheated real estate market. The number of homes for sale has doubled since 2022. And prices that once reached $1.2 million are now struggling to get offers. Sarasota's market became too hot to handle. And now, the bubble is bursting. As insurance premiums soar and out-of-state buyers pull back due to financial uncertainties. Sarasota is transitioning from a seller's market to a buyer's market. The luxurious lifestyle may still appeal to some, but 2025 will likely be a challenging year for real estate in Sarasota. Let's now take a look at Port St. Lucie, where the affordability gap is creating a major barrier. 7. Port St. Lucie, the overvalued market that's struggling to stay afloat. Port St. Lucie was once seen as a hidden gem in Florida's housing market. But in 2025, the city is facing a major correction, with home prices 41% above long-term values. It's clear that the market has been overinflated. Homes that were once selling for over $400 are now seeing price reductions. And builders are slashing prices in an attempt to make sales. But the real kicker? The affordability gap. The average household income is just $62, while home prices hover around $410. This mismatch is pushing many potential buyers out. And as the market adjusts, the real estate landscape in Port St. Lucie is about to change drastically. Next, we move to Fort Myers, where rapid growth has led to an inevitable slowdown. 8. Fort Myers, from booming to busting. Fort Myers has been one of Florida's fastest-growing metro areas in recent years, with home prices increasing by more than 65% in just 24 months. But in 2025, this rapid growth is slowing down fast. Home prices have dropped by 6%, and inventory has surged. What was once a booming market is now facing long days on the market and more price cuts. The combination of high insurance premiums, rising interest rates, and reduced investor interest has put the brakes on Fort Myers' once hot housing market. Buyers are getting more cautious, and sellers are being forced to adjust their expectations. Fort Myers may still have its charm, but its real estate market is cooling off. St. Petersburg is next, where high insurance costs and oversaturated luxury markets are making a splash in the real estate downturn. 9. St. Petersburg, luxury market and high costs are making buyers think twice. St. Petersburg, with its vibrant art scene and stunning waterfront parks, is now facing a slowdown in its real estate market. The inventory of homes has surged to over 5,600. And with many homes priced above their value, buyers are hesitating. Luxury and vacation homes, once a hot commodity, are now sitting longer on the market. High insurance premiums and a mismatch between incomes and home prices are contributing to the cooling market. For many, St. Petersburg is no longer the real estate paradise it once was. And now, let's take a look at Miami, where even the sunshine can't save the market from a decline. Lakeland, Florida. Housing market struggles in 2025. Lakeland, Florida, once a booming market, is facing significant challenges in 2025. The housing inventory has increased, causing longer listing times and price cuts. Homes now average 53 days on the market, more than double the previous period. The downturn can be attributed to overbuilding, rising mortgage rates around 7%, and a retreat of investors who are now selling at a loss. Additionally, insurance premiums have risen, adding extra strain on homeowners. Slower job growth in sectors like logistics further impacts demand. While Lakeland isn't in full crisis, it's undergoing a market correction, with its future hinging on how these issues are addressed. So, there you have it, the 10 Florida cities where the housing market is heading for a crash in 2025. Whether it's rising insurance costs, overbuilding, or falling demand, these markets are facing serious corrections. If you're thinking about investing in Florida real estate, you need to be aware of the signs and trends we've highlighted. If you found this information valuable, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more insights and updates on real estate trends, so you can stay ahead of the curve and make informed decisions. Thanks for watching.